iFILM, London. iFILM.
I suppose you look at the guy who's fighting, who was ranked #2 by the WBO as well as being European champion, wealth of experience, strong, tough, and I think it's a fight that James will certainly learn from. Great experience for him. And if he doesn't learn from it, then he's not the fella I think he is. But I'm sure he's going to learn from that, and he's going to defend his title soon. We'll maybe trying to get out in December. But overall, I think what he had to do tonight, which is what we see in the last fight, like the championship fight, we see a lot of heart. I think we see people having to dig deep tonight. I think, you know, in both those fights, the four fighters all dug deep, and I think that's how James prevailed by digging deep. So, as far as I'm concerned, got another champion, and hopefully with a couple of fights, a bit more experience, we can get him in for a world title shot.
I'm pleased with the evening, James.
I am pleased. Where's boxing news? Because they had this an easy fight. It's nuts. Wow, come on. Good, solid season pro, tough, hard. He come to fight, mate. No messing around. His record speaks for itself. So when I read that, I was a bit baffed, but yeah, I'm pleased with it. Obviously, I had to dig deep in the last couple rounds. Sometimes I make things a bit hard for myself. I do like a fight, and I wanted to stand there and give it to him a bit, and I did. But in the corner, he was telling me, James, what you've got to do is a nice tight defence, box on your back foot, and it's easy work.
Jab.
A nice jab, and maybe I was a bit lazy. I got caught in the fall, but I showed a good chin. Once I got hit, I held him, and because of the fitness and all the long runs and the ton-ups, I recovered so quick. So 12 rounds once again was pretty like a walk in the park, but I'm pleased with the performance because he's a good fighter. And I had to dig deep, and I'm pleased with it. And I'm a European champion. After just coming off that silly loss against Gorgeous Jules, I'm a European champion.
Do you think you were at times a bit eager to impress because of what happened last time?
Of course I was. It's a part of it, obviously coming off the loss, and all of the doubters were out again. They were out in full, so I had to get in there. And I'm glad I put on I'm glad it was a good fight to watch, and I'm glad I put on a good performance.
Were you nervous early on in the fight?
I was a bit, yeah, I always get nervous, but I'm just cool, calm and collected, and just ready to do the business. Like, all the hard work's been done. When you're in that dressing room, mate, you can't go home. It's on.
Do you think that the nerves affected you maybe early on, the first 5-6 rounds?
Well, the first 2-3 rounds was pretty easy, and then I think the next couple rounds you come into it a bit more, and then I think round 8 or 9 I had a big round and I felt him tiring. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna jump him now, and that's what I'm doing. I think I finished the fight good. I think I won the last 2 rounds, but I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. But in the 4th round he hit me and hurt me a bit, but my eardrum, but like I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing. He hit me. He hit me and I can't hear nothing. It's all weird. Like, and I honestly,
there's 10 grand behind you. Can you hear that?
and I felt all weird after that. The 5th. Yeah. Like honestly, I boxed through that fight the last 12 rounds, like all weird. I couldn't hear nothing, but the adrenaline's in you and you just get through it. And I think in parts of the fight I look good. In parts of the fight I look well.
Was that the most you've been hurt in your pro career, that round?
Yeah.
You looked
in sparring and anything in the fight, but I think I showed a good chin and I held him. I didn't just stand there and trade. I held him and I got through it well. Because I was so fit, I recovered so good.
After the Groves fight, it was quite a good contest for you to come back and show the sort of heart you've got.
Of course. And I think maybe people doubt that I can't fight and I ain't got heart. Since I've done it. I've done this, I've boxed for the whole of my life, and that's all I can do, and I love it. So I like getting in there and having a fight. When I'm sparring and Jim's constantly telling me, Chunk, you don't have to get in there and have a war. You can go on the back foot, you can box. But I just love it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Has the doctor looked at your ear? I mean,
yeah, I think it's, what is it, Jim? Yeah.
No, it's not perforated.
No, it ain't. That's what you said it is.
It's a little tear.
It's a little tear.
It's a tear. It's not perforated. It's not perforated.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that must have affected your balance a lot then.
It did. It did. As I said, I got back to the corner. I was like, oh my God, Jim, I can't hear nothing. He was like, don't worry, like, get along with it. You've got to like deal with it. So I just got out there and dealt with it, man. But I'm pleased with my performance. I think, as I say, in times and in parts of the fight, I boxed well. Like, there was times where I opened up, little shots through the middle. I don't think people have seen me in my last 11 fights. I ain't shown that where I can tuck up a bit. I was banging against the body, I was bringing them up. But sometimes I get a bit careless, and when I went on the back foot, I let my right hand down, and that's when he caught me. But apart from that, I think it was around. I'm going to go home tomorrow and watch it, and we're working the gym. I say I have a week off, and I'm straight back in the gym, mate. I want to be out at the end of the year and defend my title, because I ain't been active this year at all. I've had like one meaningful fight or two, including this, and it's just not on. I just need to be out more regularly, and hopefully with this Box Nation and with Frank and all these backs, whatever, hopefully I'm boxing 5-6 times a year, because that's what I need.
Frank, are there any ideas about who you might fight now?
No, I think you may have to have a mandatory defence. I'm not sure yet. The title against I can't think of the Italian guy's name, but he's not a bad fighter.
He's a former world champion.
Yeah, former world champion.
He beat that Bayer, is it Bayer in Germany? I think a long time ago, but
we'll see. I mean, we're not going to rush into anything. We'll sit down and sort of, next couple of weeks and make a decision.
But it feels like once he's healed, I can feel like I can box in 6 or 7 weeks. So hopefully, Frank will have another show and I'm out. I need to be busy.
Do you think that's right? Because I mean, when you got caught, it seems to be when you were trying to take time off and sort of backed into the ropes, and then he found you with the right.
I can't really remember. I know I was having a little dance and I had my front hand down, and he caught me with like a right over the top. It's my fault. I've watched so many tapes of him. I should have known, but
he's done his own work, the fellow.
Oh yeah,
he's done
definitely.
his own work. He's a good pro. He's a solid performer. He's only got one loss on his record. Was it 35?
One loss.
One loss, and he had, I fancied that when he came over, when we had the press conference a few months ago. You talk to him, you look at someone, you think to yourself, this fella's not, he's not going to come to lay down.
Nah,
he comes to fight.
And these Eastern Europeans, I've boxed so many of them, and they're tough, durable, and they want to win. They want to win.
After the final bout, were you 100% sure that you will be the winner?
Yeah, I thought I won. I think 2 of the judges had me up 2 rounds, and the other one had it even. So the even, I don't know if it was even. I thought I won by a couple rounds, so the other 2 judges were pretty right by like 2 rounds.
What do you think if the battle had taken place in a neutral country? Would you also have defeated Wilczewski by points?
Definitely. I think they were all mutual judges. What was they? They're from different countries, so there ain't no dodging this happening.
Jim, James said he couldn't hear anything after the 5th round. Were you trying to tell him?
Sorry? No,
James says he no Did you feel he departed the script as far as you were concerned? Did he fight in a different way that you wanted him to fight?
Do you know what? Tonight was just about getting the W. Simple. And bottom line is, yes, it's professional boxing. It's a tough, rough business. What James said there is true. Frank knows, not through the years in it, we had Danny Williams with a dislocated shoulder, kept him in the ring, and he ended up knocking the kid out. So yeah, but the bottom line is, what you've got to remember with James, I'm so proud of him from outside looking in, just as an ex-boxer myself, to see him in his like 12th professional fight, boxing a kid as tough and durable and rugged as that, and dealing with different situations, getting cut, when they got cut against Groves, so that helped him tonight. When he was asked to pull it out with the last 2 rounds, he showed what he's about. He showed to dig deep, as Frank's just mentioned, and he did dig deep, and he pushed in and he won them rounds. And that's what champions are about making, that's about putting the jigsaw together to get the full picture. So I think that was a fantastic performance from James. Like I say, it could have been pretty, this and that. And we know if he's sparring, it could look $1 million, but it's a real fight against a real tough, seasoned professional. And I think he's got to take all the plaudits for coming back in a tough fight. And Frank's put it there, and this is it. He's in a tough business, and I think he's given everyone their answer tonight. He's shown what he's about.
James, do you have a problem with the ring apron at all? Because when you like the uppercut in the 3rd round, you slips afterwards, and a couple of times boxers seem to slip.
I don't know. It could have been the canvas.
Yeah, the canvas.
Nice.
maybe in the angle, defeat me too fast. I don't know.
He's got no problem with his little toe.
That's all.
Frank, sorry.
Was that headbutts or?
That was a headbutt, man.
There was a lot of that going on.
There was a lot of head. Like, look at my face, and this is all from the head. I couldn't believe how he's a seasoned pro, so he knows what he's doing with his head. I remember he was inside, his head was like that. So
no, he did it a few times. I think the referee at the end was about the 10th round, pulled him up on it. But,
that's all head, mate.
Would you like James to wait till next year now, Frank? Just have a good rest and come back next year?
I think he wants to fight December. I haven't got a problem with that. We've got a couple of big shows going on, which we're going to announce in December. Excuse me, but you know, we'll meet up at the end of next week and see what's sort of make our decision.
I don't need resting.
But a championship fight, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Would you think it would be?
Yeah, it'd be a championship.
I don't need resting. I'm ready. After he's healed, I'm back in the gym in a week. Like, I'm training and I want to be out soon as me.
Any other questions? You all done, fellas? Lovely, thank you.
Been a pleasure.
Enjoy yourself.
iFILM, London. iFILM, London.